going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So as you can see, today we're going to be working on the Heritage Classic, and what I'm going to be working on is there's these new mid-frame air deflectors that Harley came out with, and as you can probably see right here, I have these leather covers that I have on it, and I put on them a while ago from Captain Itch. Very nice design, leather, great craftsmanship. It's got a V-twin on it, eagle wings, all that good stuff. But what I noticed after some time is that it started rubbing on my cylinder heads. And so then it started taking some paint off. And great, but you know, they mold in the heat and everything else because they put a lot of heat on there. So I'm gonna change these out to these new mid-frame air deflectors that Harley developed. They look pretty cool, and I think they're gonna be great, but I'm gonna fix that paint first. So I got this paint right here, and I'll show a better close-up of it, but this is the texture black that matches the case and the cylinder heads and stuff like that on this bike. So I'm gonna be touching that up with it when I pull these off before we put it on. As far as mid-frame air deflectors go, this is what they look like, right? So you've got a right side that's got these two tabs right here, and the left side that has the little receivers, and these snap together like this, and a bolt goes through and it holds them together right on there and deflects that heat. They are different sizes, so you do have a right and a left side, so you can see the difference in the sizes right there. And they go on pretty simple. I'll show you when we get closer, but there's a little gap underneath the seat right below the tab where your seat goes under, and that's what these guys slide in between. And you may have to move some wires out of the way or something like that just to get it through so they touch, right? So you're gonna need a 5/32 hex bit and an extension to get you away from the bike. And the way it goes on is they just slide in that spot, and this little bolt and nut goes through there, and those tie in. These are plastic, and so's the nut hole right here, so don't over tighten them. The torque ratio on these is 10 to 15 inch-pounds, which is not very much. They come with instructions, of course, and just to give you an idea of what the box looks like, this is what they look like right there. And I'll do a close-up of the end of the label for you, plus have everything in the description when I get it a little bit closer for viewing. So let's switch things around, pop the seat off, and we'll get started. Back in a minute. All right, so now we got it turned around, and let me give you a better shot of the box. So here's the box, what it looks like with the part number and stuff on it. And then this is what they look like in the front. So pretty cool. And then as far as your instruction sheets go, this is what it shows you, just kind of a picture of how they go. And literally, the install section is just right here. So super, super simple to put on. Probably take longer to film this than it will to do it, but that's okay. I wanted to show it to you guys. All right, so you can see here, I've got the Captain Itch covers, the leather one made. Real nice embossment and stuff like that. You can see how it kind of warped like that, and it's rubbing on my cylinder heads. So we're gonna take those off and put that in. So first thing you gotta do is remove your seat. Everybody knows how to remove their seat, I think, so we don't have to show that. You guys have seen me do it a million times with the different connectors and things like that I have. So you just pop your seat off, and now you can see how these ones fit on here. All they do is just sit right over this lap right here, this little tab right here, which your seat goes underneath there, and they just pull off. And if you look here, you can see where the heat, even though this is felted, it's still kind of rubbed. It did it on both sides. So we're gonna fix that and get rid of those. Now, I've already put the paint on it because I wanted to let it dry and see how it looked. But there was a rub mark here, you can see the gloss paint, and there was a big rub mark here. So after I put it on, it looked a little darker, and I was like, oh no. But all I did was take my thumb, now you can see how that's glossed up, take my thumb and just kind of rub over it, and it blends it right in. Look at that. So great product on that, works really well. You have to get it at your Harley dealership. and I'll show you a picture of the bottle here. So this is the bottle, and I'll include the part number and link in the description as well. So you guys have it if you have the same thing that I had, or in my case, the shift lever, my heel rubs off. But all right, so getting working on this, where you have to look at is this little thing is gonna slide in right here in this area, right? There's that gap, and that's gonna slide in with the extender right here, and that's gonna go straight through. And then you're gonna hook the other one over the top and latch it on these guys. And then your bolt's gonna go through right there. So very, very simple to do. When you line it up on the little seat tongue right there and just push it forward, it sits right there just like that, right? All right, so for the other side that's got these little indentions right there, you just hold this, slide it in position, and latch these two. Lap, snap, just like that. And that will hold it in place, plus lines up that bolt guide right there. Once that's in, you take your supplied bolt and nylon nut, and I would suggest putting your nut inside the thing so that it holds it, but we just slide this little guy right through, hang on to this side, and guide it through till you feel the nut pop through on the other side, or the bolt pop through on the other side, and then just take your nut and put it in. Now hang on to this little guy because it's small and it likes to jump around. I suggest just holding with your finger, and then once you get it lined up where you think it needs to go, start tightening it down. Now these don't need to be super tight. Like I said, only 1 to 15 inch-pounds because it's just plastic. And then once you get it tight, it just snugs on there just like that. And there you go. So looking at the shape, you can see air comes in down here, flows it down off of there, keeps this heat off of your leg, and looks pretty nice. It looks better, I think, than having a big leather flap there. So once that part's done, it's installed. Now you just put your seat back on. And there you have it. Look how nice that looks. So now let's take a look and see what it looks like sitting on the bike. So as you're sitting on the bike, you're at a signal light. You can see right here, here's where the cylinder head is. Without some sort of cover, the inside of your thigh right here just gets lit up, right? When you're in a riding position, it's back here and you don't necessarily feel it. The air will come through, redirect it down on the bike. And then when you get back to a signal light and you're waiting, especially on hot days like out here in California, this will protect your leg from that heat dissipation. Plus it looks really cool. I think it's a much more streamlined fit, allows the tank to be free, nothing rubbing on the seat, not pushing down and rubbing on my cylinder heads or anything like that. So very cool. All right, let's spin around, take a look at what it looks like on the entire bike. Be right back. All right, there you have it. Super simple to install. Seems like a nice quality product. Black ABS style plastic. Sits right there, secures real well. Nice gap and air points back around here away from that. Airflow's going down. I think it looks a lot better than having the big flap, like I said. And yeah, I mean, what a great piece of equipment. Thank you, Harley, for finally getting that developed. So real happy it's there. Can't wait to ride it and test it out. And hope you guys enjoy it too. So like, subscribe, give me feedback or comments. You know I like them all. Be good humans. See you on the next one. Take care.